Thank you very much for the follow. Next swears. Just give me a couple of minutes. I am just booting up. All right, let's get started. Welcome everyone. I hope you're going very well today. I realize my camera is a bit crooked. Socks knocked it over before, so let's get that fixed up. All right, it's still very crooked. It's not too crooked. I made it worse. All right, that's fine. All right, let's get started today. So today we want to do essentially bug testing. We just want to find out all the bugs. We want to fix all those bugs. And yeah, let's jump straight into it. So first things first, let's go into here. Let's do git pull. All right. Did I not push my static files? That is highly possible. All right, we're just going to jump straight in. We're going to have a look at the static files, making sure I did change them the other day, 2 days ago. It did say some of these files won't have changed. But it did say 2 days ago, so yeah, I did push it. I must have npm run watch or something like that. So what I want to do is I want to remove NearBeach static, git check out NearBeach static. And I'm just doing a git pull. Alright, cool. Just doing a git push, making sure everything's up to date. Okay, npm run watch. Npm run prod. All right, cool. Yeah, let's go to here. What do we want to achieve tonight? So let's do a little simple to do. What we want to do is test out NearBeach. specifically around the permissions and stuff like that. So we've just released a bunch of permissions. So yeah, let's hope those work and so forth like that. Another thing we want to do is look at bugs and try and fix bugs. And fix bugs. It's not going to be a big night tonight. Yeah. Alright, we're in an ad break. Okay, and we have Socks here right now. Yeah, she's been here waiting for a validation. Yes, you have been. She said, "Oh yeah, there's a scratching my back. Oh yeah." Right. Anyway, I hope everyone who's out there is having a good time. It is Friday for me at the moment. Oh. Sorry, bit of a yawn. Yeah, no, it's been good. It was a public holiday today, so, you know, got outside, touched some grass, planted some stuff. Yeah, I've got to plant some more seedlings tomorrow morning, hopefully. Get back here. Sucks. So, yeah. We'll go. You know what to do. Got some raspberry bushes, which I've put in bigger pots, so I'm hoping that they take over the pots and give me lots of raspberries. I've still got 2 raspberry bushes that I need to plant. Alright, oh, sucks. Stop eating that. Okay, and welcome back everyone. Let's just jump straight into it. So we should have this running. Let's just open up localhost. And hey, Nocturnal, how are you? Hopefully you're going well. We're just doing testing today. Have you or Pip found any bugs recently that I need to key into the system? Because this would be a good time to actually bring it up. Or any general improvements. Yeah, I can't complain. It was a public holiday today, so in Victoria we have what's called Grand Final Day, which is today. The idea being is people go out and see the parade, but what actually mostly happens is a lot of people will go on a short trip and stuff like that, which is great. It was a really nice warm day, so those who actually went to the beach and stuff like that was, you know, so yeah, no, it was good. It was good. I did some more gardening, so I forgot to plant my coriander seeds, but I can do that tomorrow. I've got to plant more spinach seeds, and today I essentially planted some raspberries, but I still got some in the old punnets, which I've got to put in bigger pots and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm just organizing my garden at the moment, which is nice. Alright, so testing wise, yeah, it was fun. It was very relaxing. But still having an issue with a mobile UI, but you couldn't replicate it. Which one was that again? Because I have access to Browser Stack. We could try and replicate it on Browser Stack. So what did we want to test specifically? We wanted to test permissions. Oops. Just try now. All right, cool. Mostly permissions. We also want to test general functionality. Which will be part of these two. So when I say permissions, we will be testing team leader, read only, and read only extra. Yeah. What else would I be testing? It's mainly just a massive shakeout today. Yeah, that's pretty much it. All right. So I'm jumping in as team leader. Let's start creating a new organization. Ah, cool. I'll have a look right now. All right. Okay, bug report, there we go. The waiting list jumps over the Kanban cards. Alright. Alright. Cool, let's have a look. And I spelled browser stack wrong. Oh, have I? I should refresh that. Alright, sign in. I might need to put my secret screen on just in case it shows up anything. Alright, no, it didn't. Sweet. Let's go workstation. Oh, no, I can connect to my local. I just realized I haven't updated my testing. So what I'm doing right now is I've got my Azure portal open. I'm just going through and I am updating that right now. What is the latest version? I have absolutely forgotten. I should have had a nap today. It's 38. All right, cool. And hey, Pip, how are you? Not up to date? Yeah, I know. I should have updated production and my testing. All right, so you are on iOS. I'm assuming Safari. Okay. Okay, this is prod. We actually want test. So what I'm doing is I'm double checking that we've got the latest version. And one quick way to do that, if anyone's actually interested in it, is okay, I haven't connected this to the CDN. You're okay? Small headache, the same old. How am I? I'm going good. I'm going good, thank you. Did a lot of gardening today. This is still on the old version. It's still updating. Yes. So last weekend I planted onions and stuff like that. Some of them are popping up, so I've got to quickly transplant them before moving them becomes a problem. I also planted pumpkins. Oh, well, when I say planted pumpkins, I mean planted seeds. Pumpkins, watermelons, sunflowers, spinach, cucumber, and some other stuff, which will be a surprise once it pops up. So yeah, oops, getting caught. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Okay, that's just taking forever. Sometimes if it takes forever, what I can do is I can download a local binary, browser stack key. Okay, cool. Open up this CD into that. I don't know if I've got. No. All right, not a problem. All right. Oh, it's got the little. Okay, that's why it didn't work. Okay, cool. So, one little good thing about Browser Stack is if you're running a local server like I am at the moment, instead of pushing all your code and then testing on a server and stuff like that, you can run this little tiny thing and it will loop everything up into here. So we're doing local testing now. I think I needed to click on that. You have to do some winter planting. Oh, fair enough. I have some bulbs, daffodils to go in. Fair enough. I don't have the seedlings in here, so there is a beetroot that kind of looks like a red onion. Here we go. Oh, it's on the freaking. There we go. Have a look at this. So I was looking at my packet, my seedling packages, and I wasn't paying too much attention. I just saw this. I wasn't wearing my glasses, and I was like, "Oh, that's red onions." So I planted a lot of them because I was like, you know what? I want to have a bunch of onions. I know I'm going to go through them and stuff like that. Let's just plant them. No, they're beetroots. So now I have a whole veggie patch full of beetroots. Yes, so I told my friend, I figured out what the mistake was. It was because I wasn't wearing my glasses. So they look really, really good. I think a couple of them are almost at that point where I can pull them out. Yes, I do like beetroot, so that's good news. I do like beetroot. I just wasn't going to plant that many. So, yeah. I'm hoping my onions and carrots pop up soon, because I planted them in one of the garden bed, but the seeds were a bit old, so I don't know if they'll pop up. I'm hoping they do. Alright, so you're saying if I've got a very long list, the waiting list jumps over the Kanban cards. Yep. I also have to double scroll to get to the last card. Okay. So let's just add in a bunch of cards. I'm actually going to add in a bunch of cards on my local, just because it will be 10 times quicker. I was meant to say card 3, but I won't. Do you have many pests that eat the seeds there? We get squirrels and birds, you know. I know you have birds, but there are other things that I have there. So the good news is I have put some hay and stuff like that to actually stop that from happening. So I don't have too many pests in my garden. Oops. can drag cards. Okay, that's working for me. I can tell the difference between your screenshot and mine is you've got an extra section up here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to stop this. I'm going to go, let's go 8 and go up from there. So what I tend to do is, so I use a bunch of pea straw. You guys probably can't see that. But yeah, it's this sort of stuff. So I'll put this on top because in Australia we get very, very dry, and actually having this keeps the moisture in the soil. And then to stop Max from digging up my garden, I use some mulch. So just some regular sort of mulch, nothing too special. That's just to discourage Max from digging up my garden. And hey, W Grim, how are you going? Welcome, welcome. Thank you very much for the raid. We're talking about gardening. So I did some gardening today. We're also testing at the same time too. You need to clean up your garden? Oh, fair enough. I'm assuming... Let's wait, I'm trying to think. My brain's like switching off a little. So you'll be in autumn. Do you have much to clean up? Like, I don't know if tomatoes... Oh, I don't even know if you're growing tomatoes or bell peppers or anything like that. I don't know if you have to clean those up. So, yeah. Pumpkins, maybe? I just don't know what's to sort of harvest this time of the year. Alright. A heat wave / drought killed a bunch of... Oh no! But yeah, lots of stalks and stuff still around. But I did manage to can 40 quarts worth of pickles this year. Oh, nice. I've got a friend who does his own pickling too. His pickles were nice. How do you grow pickles? Pickling cucumber. Oh, alright. Sells cucumbers. Well, I know how to grow cucumbers. I grew a massive cucumber last year, and it was by mistake. So I was growing it in a pot, and the vine went behind the pot, and there were vines in front of the pot too, and I was picking all the cucumbers from the front of the pot. There was one massive one behind the pot. It was actually quite tasty. Alright, so we're in here. Oh. Why is it doing that? Oh, that's weird. Oh, yep. Thank you very much for the raid. Greatly appreciated. I should also do my little spiel. Welcome everyone. I'm Robotic Head. I am building a open source project management system. You can you can... If I have my brain turned on. Sorry. You can create organizations and collect organization and customer data. You can create Kanban boards, as you can see here. Here's a simple Kanban board. You can create projects and tasks. You can gather user requirements. And when you're ready to deploy, you've got requests for changes. So, yeah. Yes, it's doing it. All right, let's... I'm just wondering if it's a... Safari issue. So the good news is I've replicated it here. Let's try it on a different browser. So let's try it in Chrome. Nice. You love bread and butter pickles, but we did manage to can 13 pints of strawberry jam. Wow. And 24 pints of zucchini relish. Oh, nice. That is a lot of jam. That is. My strawberries are coming through, which is nice. I think I'll be able to pick a few in the next couple of days. But I've only got 5 bushes. So, yeah, I'm not expecting many strawberries. Zucchini relish sounds... Yes, it does sound really, really good. Oh, nice. I do sweet and sour pickles. Ooh, which is my great-great-grandmother's... Oh, sorry, great-grandmother's recipe. Ooh, nice. I've done that twice as much. Oh, okay. Ah, so... Damn. So, yeah, I am looking forward to my harvest later this year. So I've got some tomatoes, which I know my mum will nick quite a number of. I'm hoping my capsicums, so bell peppers. So us Australians call it capsicums. So for those who would, you know, call these bell peppers, we call them capsicums just to be difficult. So I'm hoping to have some capsicums grow. I'm hoping my yellow one survived. And I think I bought some green and red ones. So yeah, I love these capsicums. Also, I've planted I've got some seeds for watermelons and stuff like that. So looking forward to them. Oh, it's doing it here too. Alright, notice how... Yeah. Okay. Let's switch browser. Let's see if I can do it on iPad. Your mum grew chilies and I picked those. They were very tasty. Yeah, I've got some chilies too. I've got a bunch which are drying on my windowsill at the moment. So the idea being is I will blend them up and there'll be a little paste. Not a paste, a little sort of dry sort of spice I can put on things. I'm so excited that you managed to replicate this. Oh, fair enough. Yeah. I think I know how to solve it too. Half the trouble is actually replicating bugs and so forth like that. I've also got a cat's head in my way at the moment. Alright, I need a lot more cards here to replicate it. So let's go card 7, card 8, card 9, socks. Do you mind? Card 10. We are joined here today with Socks, you know. She helped me in the garden today by sitting under a tree and watching me. And she didn't run away or freak out when I was watering the plants, which was nice. I think she's learnt that I'm not going to water her unless it's by accident. And yep, once you've replicated it, you can prod and poke it. Yeah, I think I know what it is. And I think I know why I couldn't replicate it. So I'm going to replicate it and try and see if I can't replicate it on other systems too. Alright, we'll give Socks her treats in just a minute. I'm just going to refresh this page. Oh yes, and don't forget to drop everyone! I'm going to do the dinosaur dancing, you know. Okay, so if I scroll down, oh, on the iPad it's... Okay, so it's a bit different. The bug's a bit different on the iPad. if I switch browsers, let's go on to Android, Samsung. Yeah, let's go on Firefox. Mid-air collision. Oh, damn, I missed it. And I won. Yeah, rigged. Oh, that's not a problem. I just hit. That should be working. Otherwise, I can jump onto test. All right, I'm gonna switch browser just in case the device can't connect. Oh, and we've got an ad starting in 5 minutes. All right. That was a bit weird that I could get there. All right. This is default sort of my default sort of test password for this. It's okay. Good to know. No, don't save this, please. Oi. Okay, I'm just gonna hit search. We're just gonna go down. All right. And then I'm seeing if I can replicate it here. And no, I can't. All right, that's good to know though. Anyway, let's get these treats. And hey, Taku, how are you? Good timing. We're going to give Socks some treats. The treat redeem has been rewarded. Socks, in your bed. I just got to run and get some treats wherever. Oh no, I don't. They're right behind me. All right, in your bed. I do need to order some treats though. So yeah. Anyway, secrets. In your bed. In your bed. All right. We just have Socks today in here. Max is sleeping. So yeah. How was your day? I don't know why I picked up the 4x4. I am gonna stand today. I feel like sitting down. I've been sitting down too much lately. Oh, is that high enough? I think so. Put the chair over there. All right. Oh, and we've just hit ad break. Oh no, that's incoming ad break. Sorry, misread that. So yeah, let's quickly jump in because we've got a minute. So it worked with Samsung. I want to try it again on iOS, iPhone. Because I think I know what's happening. She's still looking for food. No. Every now and then, her shared brain cell misfires, and she starts licking her bed. So yeah, there's nothing there. And now she's attacking the camera. All right, so there we go. You're still on camera. There we go, sweetie. Okay. Replicating this bug. She's still looking for food, but there's no food there. She should know this. She is not. Oh, I love her to bits. But yeah, she sometimes has some little quirks. Like knocking the camera off the stand. She's already broken one of my webcams. Alright, so this is the latest version. If I scroll down... Alright. She's... Alright. So what's actually happening is... in theory... This... What you see is 100% of all of this. Oh, and there's our brakes. Alright. We've got to add time. Come on, Socks, say hi. Socks, say hi. Are you gonna say hi, Socks? Socks. Over here. No, she's refusing to look. She's like, no, I want to show them my fluffy butt. Oh, yep, don't forget to drop, everyone. Yeah, the good old cat butt. I'll be like, oh, no. Oh, she changed the scene. Cheeky girl. Oh, ah. So there she is. She's like, oh, yeah. Okay, Taku, see you soon. Anyway, about 15 seconds to the ads finish. Right. Here she is. Oh, big yawn there. Big yawn. 6 p.m. It is 7 p.m. here. In a couple of weeks, we'll go into daylight savings. So we go forward an hour and we lose an hour of sleep. But it means that, yeah, it means it'll still be daylight for us when I get home. Alright, welcome back, everyone. It's 10 a.m. there. Oh, nice, nice. Okay, I'm just... Because if we scroll down... Yeah, alright. Oh! So the idea is, this is actually meant to be 100%. So what's actually happening is... If you have a look at this Kanban QA team, that's meant to always stay at the top. So if we switch browsers to, let's go the Android one, let's just go Chrome. Just waiting for this to boot up. We'll see that it works differently. Cool. Good luck to people using that. Ooh, so, bit of a yawn. I swear to you, I'm scrolling more on this than anything else. So if the person were to scroll down here towards the bottom, it's not meant to do that. Yeah. Oh, Socks just ran off. She's like, I'm out of here. Alright, let me get this. Oh, sorry. Alright. So, for some strange reason, on an Apple device, it works a bit differently. Alright, 100%. I've been reading up on this topic, iOS mobile Safari and how it displays some positioning and CSS styles differently. I'm still trying to solve this issue, which is having the background content take up the entire display height on the iPad. I was hoping to achieve some Alright, and hey, Owen Codes! How are you going? Hopefully you're going well. Welcome back. Okay. Now, the thing is, how can I... Does Browser Stack have a... I'm trying to remember if they've got a inspection tool. Oh, sorry. Okay. Settings. All right. Yep. So I'm looking for the ability. See if I can actually do inspections. It looks like I can't, which is annoying. Oh, Chrome DevTools. DevTools is currently not supported on this combination. That's perfectly fine. Let's go iPhone 14 Safari. And all right. Oh, cool. Because yeah, it would be really good if I could get it to work. No, damn it. All right. Let's at least... Whoops. All right. Let's click on that. And I'll do it here and watch it will... so it's not doing it on the latest. Oh, no, it just did it. But if I minimize that, yeah, it still has. Okay, why is it doing it on this? Oh, just throwing everything everywhere. Okay, give me a couple of seconds. Sorry, there's some stuff on my iPad I can't show. And let's actually connect to test.NearBeach. .org. .app, sorry, not .org. No, I don't need to do that. This is team leader. All right. How can I show you guys what I'm doing? All right, anyway, I'm going to stop this session. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this up so you guys can see what I'm doing. All right. This is a bit crude. I do apologize. Okay. I'm going to try and replicate this on real hardware. If I can get this to view properly. All right. So, please excuse the fact that I've had to do it this way. I don't have screen capture for my iPad. So we want to find all objects. We're just going to go search. We're going to scroll down. We're going to go a simple Kanban board. Realize I haven't put anything in here. Okay, cool. We're going to go back to the workstation. I wonder if I could... put that in a better spot. All right. What I'm going to do, I'm going to also go into test. So test.NearBeach. I'm going to go team leader. I'm going to search, and I'm going to open up the simple Kanban board. And we're going to replicate the same thing in here. So we're going to go card 1, card 2. And there's something that's just started to annoy me. Log into NearBeach, 2, navigate to an open Kanban board, 3, create a new card. Expected results, the card title is in focus. Actual results, nothing is in focus. Alright, this is just a little annoyance on my behalf. Zayna shows stuff, but this is very trivial. Okay. What the bug is essentially if I click on new card, we want this to be in focus so people can start typing straight away. Because the idea is if you click on new card, you can type card 9 and just hit enter. Alright. Oops. And hello, Sir Faris. How are you going? Hopefully you're going well tonight. Welcome, welcome. How are you? We are replicating a bug and we're trying to figure out why it happens. So I'm just filling out all the information on the computer. In a second, we'll replicate it on the iPad, hopefully. So let's go into the secret screen. Let's refresh this page. So we've got everything here. I do apologize. My webcam's really, really cheap because Socks broke my last webcam and I really haven't bought an expensive webcam. I've been meaning to buy something a little bit better. I am also going to put that on. So it does do it when this... Okay. Okay. What if I refresh? You're doing great? Oh, that's great. How about yourself? Yeah, I can't complain. Had a public holiday today. Did some gardening, which is nice. So it's spring where I am. And today it finally felt like it was spring after a very cold week. It's like this whole thing doesn't fit properly. Okay. But it fits perfectly fine for Chrome and stuff like that. And that's the issue, is this green bar here, it's a fixed width. Sorry, not fixed width, fixed height from the top. And what's actually happening is everything... So, ignore the top one. When you scroll down, it'll pop in. But you notice there's a bit of a gap. If I actually scroll back up here, it's meant to fit in line with that. So, this section is rendering out just a little bit at the bottom, when in reality it shouldn't be. Now, the reason why it works on Chrome, why it works on Android is possibly how this is defined. Alright, let's get into our workstation. I'm gonna keep this one open. I'm gonna boom this open. I'm gonna knock this off to the left so you guys can see what I'm doing. I am putting this into iPad mode. Not iPhone. Where's my iPad? iPad. And we're gonna flip it like this to replicate what we've done. So I scroll down. Now the reason why we're not replicating it here is because it works as intended here, but it's different on iPad. Is there a full screen mode? You've seen a lot of people into that, but just can't get into it yourself. Oh, that's fair enough. It's a hobby for me, so yeah, everyone's got hobbies. Hobbies are great. I just really like food and eating what I've actually made. Alright, so it's part of this div. It's not part of the menu div. It's part of this container, and it's this here. So the max height in itself specifies the calculation of 100 view height minus 160 pixels, which is this up here. Food with shows. And welcome, Dylan Lee. I hope you're going well. So, why is it different? Now, I think it could be something here. I think the view height is probably, but it's not that much. Yeah, everyone needs a hobby. There's the whole meme that a programmer becomes a farmer. Yeah. That's what it's like, gardening. Do I post these on Reddit? People like to see it often. What do you mean, like my streams or my food? Okay, so let's iOS CSS view height. Oh no, that's not what we want. View height larger than view height. Alright, this is looking... Why is the CSS height 100 view height rule exceeding the viewport height on mobile devices? In order to make the header fit with all viewports, I'm using the classic rule height 100 view height, and it works like a charm, except on my mobile. Stream details and info. No, I haven't been posting anything on Reddit. I do have a Twitter and a YouTube. In fact, I got socials. I should have just used my new socials thing. And a Discord. So, yeah. Actually, on the bottom of the screen, the header is taller than the viewport, 20 or 30 pixels more than it should, which this is actually fitting our issue. Because of this issue, some of the content at the bottom of the header is hidden on mobile devices. Yep. I've tried to fix the bug with Chrome DevTools console, but everything is fine when I'm using the mobile view with all devices. Yeah, it seems the issue comes from the browser address bar on my mobile. I'm using Chrome. What am I missing? How to fix it properly? Here's the HTML. Alright. So that's saying add that, which is, yeah, we can do that. I added it, but it doesn't change anything. And inside the reset, you already have... Okay. As an alternative, HTML body greater than header is calculated absolute value and 100% looks at the space that is available. Instead of using view height, try DVH. This is dynamic viewport height, and the size will automatically adjust in response to the mobile's browser UI state, i.e. if the browser address bar is visible or not. Alright. Yeah, programming can be fun. Oh, gotta find me something to do. Oh, yeah, fair enough. How much I don't know your knowledge on programming. Like, is it extensive? Is it you're trying to get into it? Or have you just started learning? I'm planning to start a full stack app for the first time, and I was wondering, should I start with backend, frontend, or middleware? Ooh, good question. I'm assuming this is a web app. So, not a mobile app or anything like that. Alright. It's a little bit more complicated than saying start with one. Alright, so the idea is your web app will be made up of... Oh, this is terrible. Sorry. Let me redraw that. Your web app will be made up of a bunch of little tiny pages and components and so forth like that. So this is, let's say this is the front end, and this is the back, and the back will most likely have an API, which these components will talk to, and it will send data back. It'll also have basic rendering, because you need to get a blank page with the core sort of JavaScript components to the front. So my recommendation when starting it, set up your backend so it renders that first page. Your first page. Socks. Oh, you want to get back up? So yeah, that's what I would focus on first, and that's it. Once you've got your first page up and stuff like that, it could be literally just a hello world page. All right, nothing wrong with that. Once that is done, you can start working on small little components. So you might need, instead of a hello world, I'm just going to go with a blog sort of thing. Let's say you want a blog. You would want to have the ability to read your blogs. So you would set up that second. You then might want to actually be like, all right, I need to search for a blog. So you would set up that next. I'm just using blog as an example. And from there, for these particular ones, you do both the front and back end at the same time. So a good example is with your back end, how do you get data? How do you get that blog data? How do you get that blog data? And the front end would be, how do I render that? And don't be afraid. Let's say you've mucked up the back end and you've only just figured out when you're doing the front end. Don't be afraid going back and rewriting stuff and then coming back here and then rewriting stuff to make it better. Stuff like that. I've only done computer coding for my schooling. I did it for a few months. All right. I would recommend Free Code Camp if you want to extend your knowledge and stuff like that. It is free. You don't need to sign in or anything like that to access the courses. Right, and focus on skeleton code, and after that all the backend is built up, I then style it to ensure it is all set up. Yeah, so styling is always an iterative process. So NearBeach isn't the best styled sort of thing. I'm not a designer, I'm not a UX guy or anything like that. However, I can tell you this looks completely different than what it first came out as. When it first came out, it was terrible. But I then slowly improved it. I moved stuff around and so forth like that. So, yeah. And, thank you, Socks. And yeah, you'll notice that when you sort of do something for a little while, you might come back to it and then fiddle with it, move things around. And that's perfectly fine. That happens all the time. Every single website which is live at the moment goes through these iterations, and they're extremely small at times. You might not notice that all of a sudden a couple of things move around, colors change, drop shadows are added in or taken away. Buttons are curved one day and then they become square the next, as in a right angle instead of like that, with radius builder. So yeah, it's an iterative design process. So yeah, hopefully that gives you some direction. Where am I? And don't be afraid to fail. If you've mucked up something and you need to delete code, August 2020, in the peak of COVID type of thing, I looked at NearBeach and I deleted 95% of the code. I should have deleted 100% of the code. But yeah, I deleted most of the code because of a couple of reasons. One, code base was a bit horrible. I mean, not the best excuse to delete code. Two, features were creeping. And thank you very much for the follow, Dylan Lee. So what do I mean by that is I was including features that had nothing to do with a project management system. So it was getting out of hand. All right, 3, I learnt so much. A lot since starting. And this is where deleting code becomes important. Because sometimes you learn new methods or new technology comes out. So even if you're using a particular language, let's say .NET, it evolves. And had break in progress. Oh, I didn't finish this in time. I'm terribly sorry. I'll quickly write this up. Oh wait, did I put on ad break? Yeah, I did put on ad break. I'll quickly finish writing this up. Hang on. Delete that, delete that, delete that. Okay. All right, we're about 38 seconds away from the ads finishing. Don't forget to drop, for those who aren't seeing ads, you can probably beat Nightbot. So, yeah. Just waiting for the ads. And then I'll continue with what I was doing. So, yeah. Sorry for the ad breaks and all that kind of stuff. I run them so that people who are just joining the stream don't see ads. So, yeah. Right, you're back. All right, sweet. Welcome back, everyone. Don't worry, you didn't miss much. During the ads, I usually pause what I'm doing and so forth like that. All right, cool. Getting back into this, why I deleted code and stuff like that is I learned a lot since I started, and there's nothing wrong with starting a project, getting it to minimal viable product, moving on or doing something else, or third option, having a look back and being like, I can write that better. I can do this better. I've learnt a lot. I can fix the mistakes I've made. There's nothing wrong with that. And another really good reason is to delete code and rewrite is technical debt. I was talking to my friend last night. So there's a nice concept called dry. So don't repeat yourself. And I don't know if that's spelt correctly. I keep forgetting if it's that or that. So it's a nice sort of concept. The idea is if you've got some code that can be used in multiple places, it is great. However, there is the concept that dry can go wrong. And let's say you've got a bit of code. Let's say this code is called Pat's. Get off the keyboard. Sorry, Socks likes to raid people. Let's say Pat Socks. All right. We'll define it here and stuff like that, and this works perfectly fine. However, someone's like, oh, I need to put in a couple of cases where that functionality changes slightly. And we're like, all right, cool. We'll add in like a variable and stuff like that. And then someone's like, oh, I need another case So we're like, all right, cool. And then someone's like, oh, we need to do it like this. And then we're kind of like, all right, let's just change it into an object and stuff like that. Then there's a bunch of checks in here. So all of a sudden we're doing check after check after check. And this thing just becomes an absolute mess. And this actually happened with my 9 to 5. We're actually having a problem. And what I ended up doing was I was like, we don't need to do a lot of this stuff at all for our specific case where it was slowing down the site. So I ended up just not using the function anymore. And in the sort of cases where Dry has gone wrong, where you're trying to do one thing, but you keep extending it to a point where that particular function no longer sort of matches that business case. It's trying to match too many business cases, in which case you should start sort of breaking those up into separate functions. I like the Martin Fowler's rule of thumb of factor it out once you've written it in 3 places. Yeah. So a lot of the times I won't bother writing in a function or stuff like that if it's used only in 2 places. It is a good rule of thumb. I also would like to extend that and be like a new function. I don't know why I wrote N. A new function is needed when there are 2 sets of business logic. Oh, when there are more than 2 sets of business logic. So yeah, it's I'm trying to think of a really good example where I can't really talk about work that much. A good example would be sort of like you got a random number set. All right. So let's say you've got random number. You've got one like this, and then what will happen is it'll return a random number. Alright, so that is just one bit of business logic. Another one would be rand between. And you can go return a random number once again. You can make it so that is optional. And then, yeah, you could potentially use the same function and stuff like that. Yeah, not a problem. I am trying to think. So that will be a second business logic, but then a third one would be random, and then you've got a set of numbers or something like that. So a random point in that set. And then all of a sudden, sure, if that set's this, I would definitely have its own function, because A, it sort of conflicts with this particular one. B, you can also get to it from here and stuff like that. This isn't really the best example. I'm trying to think of something off the top of my head at the moment. So, yeah, so in this sort of case, I wouldn't use that same function. I'll definitely create something different. So, yeah. I've also seen people factor out things that are just a simple loop. So I've inlined it as it's easy to figure out what it's doing. Yeah. There are certain other things where I would probably break that. So, for example, I prefer never nesting. So, for those who don't know, never nesting code. I'm trying to find an example of code. So for example, you've got a line and then let's say that's an if statement. And then you got another one here. Let's say you're doing a loop. Then in here, you've got an if statement. Then it goes up into here. Let's say it does a couple of other things, and there's another if statement, and then it goes into here, and then it goes back down, and this is, let's say, the else statement, and all that kind of stuff. So you got all this sort of tabbed in results and stuff like that. I mean, couple of tabs in, I would like, but when it gets to this sort of ridiculous, where you're tabbing in multiple upon multiple times, yeah, I think there's better ways to do it. So that's probably the only time I would probably sort of factor it out. All right, so we're all talking about this. We actually found the thing, so DVH. So let's put that in. Let's also find Kanban container is what we want. So I'm going to do max height DVH. I do actually remember one of my coworkers talking to me about this. npm run prod. Oh, yep, don't forget to drop everyone. Nightbot needs to be knocked off the perch. I'm doing shell shock. Alright, so that's done. Let's go back into browser. Stack. iOS. We replicated and everything. Let's hit 14 again. Okay, let's go into team leader. Oh, don't worry, Sarah Farris. No, that's fine. I'm here to help. I try to help as best as possible. I'm not the best wordsmith out there. So, yeah. And yeah, I get sidetracked all the time. Don't ever worry about that. Socks sidetracks me. Like, she was jumping up on my laptop over there not that long ago. Alright, let's scroll all the way down. Ah, it's still doing it. Yeah, you can see that it's got that. Oh. Actually, can I go into a private tab? I'm just checking one thing. I'm just making sure I don't have anything cached. Oh, hang on. Team leader. Right. I agree with the don't nest too deep, but that's when it started to affect readability, but factoring out too early also hurts rebuild. Oh yes, it is definitely a fine line, and I would definitely agree with that. Factoring way too soon is just, it's not worth it. I do think the, you just said it, the Martin Fowler's rule of thumb of factoring it out once you've written it in 3 places is a good sort of rule of thumb. Damn it. Damn it. Ah. All right. Oh. Oh, I need to upgrade to Teams Pro. No, I don't need to do that. Also, yep, let's drop. I'm going to do the dinosaur again because he looks really cute dancing across the screen. Alright, so... Oh yeah, it's... The drop game is fun. Alright. DVH. And that's for a screen bigger, but we're not replicating this on anything else. Dynamic view height. It is well supported in current versions of the browser. Okay. I remember in some Ansible I had guidelines for a project of mine that went against the Ansible guidelines for a time. A year later they had adopted the style I had in my guidelines. Fair enough. One day I will... Yeah, I don't think... No, I did. I did actually... One year, I do remember doing this. It's code of conduct. Contributing. Oh, I should go through this and actually update this. Yeah, I thought I put in, No, I must be thinking code of conduct. Not coding guidelines. Alright, instead of using header, one can use HTML, body, header, height. That's another thing. We can... Let's max height, calc. I'm going to do 50% minus 160 pixels. Why 50%? It's because I want to actually double check that this code is getting into browser stack. They might be caching something. Which is fair enough. It does stop all the bandwidth. So I'm just going to refresh the page. Now, if we do that on, this is on test, that's mulch, that's capsicums. If we do it here, and we put this on iPhone 12, iPhone 6, oh, it's not wanting... I made a mistake. Should be height. And then we build it in. Let's retest it. Am I npm run watch? Alright, sometimes this happens. Okay. Completed successfully, and we've got to handle all those deprecations. Have I put it on the wrong thing? I most likely have put it on the wrong thing, haven't I? ID, class, Kanban, container. Kanban container. I put it on there. There's one. Have I been doing this the wrong the whole entire time? Have I got this around the wrong way? Because usually the mobile stuff should be here and then desktop stuff. Max width. Yeah, I think I've got this around the wrong way. Okay. Not view page source. Sorry. Inspect. Or am I just going crazy and it's just not? Why isn't this passing through? Alright, 50% doesn't work. That does. Okay, cool. I'm just going to undo a bunch of stuff. So 100% won't work. But what if I do 80? Go into here. I'm going to refresh. Just going to re-download everything. I don't know if it downloaded the CSS properly, which is annoying. Because if I refresh this, this says 80 still. 80 won't work on here. Let's let's do 75. Hang on, it's got to be the other way around. Sorry, 50 dbh. Waiting a few seconds for it to sort of do its thing. I'm going to hit refresh. Hasn't done its thing yet. I'm just going to inspect this. Yeah, we've got a view height 145, 145. That should have now compiled. There we go. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to refresh the page. There we go. Okay. What if I put 80 in there? Okay, we've got an ad break in 5 minutes. We're just waiting for this to compile. Now, is that correct? No, I keep doing that. Inspect element, please. Thank you. Click on this. This is 50. No, that's not correct yet. There's 80. Just took a little while to do. Okay, there's 80. I'm going to do 95. I'm going to do 100 there. Oh, we said we were going to remove this song. Alright. There we go. Okay. Stay on page. That was my bad. Oop. Oh, I don't know what's going on there. I am mucking around with stuff. Okay. Oop. So we said 95%. We can see that it's not fully there, which is annoying for me because I don't want that black at the bottom. But if we, oops, I was meant to hit 99. If we do 99%, let's see what actually happens. Let's see if we can get this sorted. Yes, yep, I meant to put 100. No, not the view height. So what we actually want to test out is, where is it? We want the dynamic viewport height. Because apparently, if the address, if the browser address bar is visible or not. Oh no, wait, hang on. This is the dynamic viewport height, and the size will automatically adjust in response to the mobile browser's UI state, i.e. if the browser address bar is visible or not. So that's why we're doing it, and not using view height, because view height will have the bug in it. So if I refresh, alright, that's good. Why can't I scroll down my cards? Oh, there we go. Oh, alright. So, yes. Up here, this will be part of the desktop. Because the screen size will be that large, it doesn't really matter with the display view height. This is the section for the mobile phones where this is an issue. So that's why I'm putting it down here and not up here. Yeah, no, all good. All good. I make mistakes all the time, so don't worry. Alright, so that's looking like it's working. So it does bump like that, but that's fine. It bumps back. It goes back. We were gonna remove these songs. Alright. Alright, cool. I think that's just the easiest way to do it. Alright, so I want to test it now because we've got a fallback of 99. Want to test it with 100. Now I've just got to wait for this to compile. As you see, it takes up to 8 seconds sometimes. The reason why it's taking so long is because we're editing the Sass itself. Alright, and that took 8.5 seconds. Cool. I am going to refresh. I'm going to try and replicate this. Alright. I think we have a fix. Now, I want to double check this fix by jumping on the iPhone 8. Because we also replicated this on the iPhone 8 and multiple other devices. I then want to double check this on other sort of devices too. Now, the sad thing is I can't get my iPad to connect to my local computer. I've been meaning to set that up. There is a way to actually set up your network, and we'll just hit ads. So I'll come back. I will be back shortly. I'm just seeing what's happening with my dinner. There is socks, and I will be right back. Anyway, I'm back. Alright, sorry. Okay, sorry about that. I needed to get my food. I have not eaten since lunch. And damn it, Nightbot, always cheating. Okay. Ooh, I definitely don't want to do that. Alright, so we've got this tested. Let's hit refresh. Let's log in. Oh. Why is this taking so long? It might be uploading all my static files. They're actually in debug mode, so they're actually really huge. Whereas, in reality, they should be really small. So, for example, we actually go to the network and reload everything. This particular page will be 2.65 megabytes, but if I undisable that, it only transfers 315 kilobytes of data once you've actually got all the stuff loaded in. So tiny mouse for example, which is this thing, takes up quite a lot of space. So if we actually go in here, only 11 kilobytes transferred here. And then I can go here, 1.25 transferred, but if I refresh the page, half of that. I think the images also. Yeah. But that should not have crashed. That's not good. Let's stop this. npm run prod. All right. Is it just this device? Let's have a look at test.nearbeach.app. Team leader. I'm going to switch browsers. I'm going to try another iPhone 8. All right, that was weird. Oh, all right. Still happening on the older versions. Okay. Oh, wait, this is test. I'm gonna do it. Gotta do localhost. Sorry, guys. But the reason why I'm trying an old iPhone and stuff like that is because, yeah, people will still be using old hardware. And sometimes you need to all right. That is really weird. Cancel. Give me a couple of seconds, sorry. Oh. All right. I might need to put it through a support ticket. All right. So yeah, what I was saying before, sometimes you need to go back and see if certain things are supported, especially with CSS. So it looks like that CSS doesn't work here. And what I could do is I can switch browser. Let's pick the iPhone 15. So this particular one, oh, all right. January 23rd, 23. All right. Nocturnal, are you still there? Whilst that's happening, oh, Pip. All right, cool. Potentially found a fix, but it looks like the fix will only work for any Safari after the 23rd of Jan. Pip has 15. All right, okay, cool, sweet. Should be working. So yeah, all right, cool. I'm testing on the 15 right now. Awesome. So yeah. But yeah, I just tested an older iPhone and it looks like it doesn't work on the old iPhone. But that's fine. All right. So you do have a little bit of bump here, but honestly, that's fine. I think it does give some visual clarity, that little bump, but otherwise it's not scrolling down anymore. It'll bump back up. All right, cool. Don't change your phone on the go. All right, fair enough. Fair enough. Well, I found the fix. It's a very simple fix. So I needed to use, instead of view height, I needed to use dynamic viewport height. And I think my coworker will be like, all right, sweet. I told you about this months ago. And I'll be like, I know. All right, sorry, I'm just eating dinner. I'm just scoffing my face full of rice. I mean, iPhone 8 will have the problem, but to be fair, there's not much I can do. Sometimes you do have to draw a line in the sand and be like, listen, it is a minor bug, it is annoying, we understand that, but we can't do anything. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to create this bug. iOS bug Kanban board header overlays incorrectly. Oh, I should get a picture. Alright, I'm going to switch browser and replicate this again. Okay, cool. Due to how iOS... actually, no, let's bring in some heavy hitters. Same issue as the person here. Prerequisites. Use an Apple iPhone in Safari. Alright, use Safari. Alright, method. 1. Log into NearBeach. 2. Go to a Kanban board with many cards. Scroll all the way down. And then keep scrolling. Expected results. Sticky header. Header section to stay stuck at the top of the page. Actual results. Page scrolls down as the viewport height is larger than what is being shown. And I'm going to put the fix in here. The fix is changing the VH to DVH. Please note the Stack Overflow ticket above. Alright, cool. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to include an image because people will be like, what the hell are you talking about? I'll be like, it's this. So, yeah. Scroll down, scroll down. All right, cool. And then we're just going to replicate it. Sweet, cool. I don't need that information. I just need this information. Oh, socks. I thought you wanted to be on camera. Okay. She's like, I'm going to look at your dinner. I'm going to see if I can eat it. No, you can't. All right. I've always expected that, hang on. My brain is, I'm always expected, then actually in order seemed odd. I think observed behavior, than expected makes more sense than, oh, okay, with the methods and stuff like that. For big reports. Yeah, I don't know. I just got taught to do the method, expected results, and then what's actually happening. So, yeah. I haven't... If someone comes and writes a bug where they've got it in a, let's say the method, actual results, and expected results, I'm going to read it anyway. I won't have a problem. Yeah. It's just, I was taught that way. Alright. This is a priority. I'm gonna go major for you. There we go. We fixed it. This is part of the Kanban board. We are gonna release it in this version, which, hang on a minute. Have I not cleaned up my, yeah, I haven't cleaned up my, because, yeah, I thought we were on 39. Alright. Hang on, I've just got to clean up a few things. Yeah, it just tickles a funny part of the brain, I guess. Fair enough. Yeah, at the end of the day, I'm like, I just follow what I was taught, like, would be almost 10 years ago now. Man, how time flies sometimes. Oh which reminds me, I got to catch up with someone. Shoot. All right. All right. Cool. Let's go back into issues. So we've got 10 issues. This one is now ready for retesting. Yeah, I think we can do that pretty quickly. If I can't do any of these bugs tonight, what I can actually do is I can do a release to fix this, so at least you guys have that fix. I'm happy to do that tonight. I think we're still a little behind because I've been working on the work VPN and have IPN clash with my Raspberry Pi IP, so I haven't been able to log on to redeploy. Okay. I should write a button in Home Assistance to run it. Fair enough. Yep. But yeah, I can do a release tonight if you want, and that way it should be all done. We're going to thoroughly test out the permissions right now, so hopefully all the non-privileged users can still use it. So yeah, we did write a lot of unit tests, so I'm not expecting anything major. Okay, cool. So I realized I've got Discord still open. This is for my local. This is for my local. This is... Alright, so I can stop this session. I'm happy with that. So, Alright. This is test. We won't test on test. Actually, just wait. I didn't test on anything else. All right, I'm gonna have to go back to browser stack. And don't forget to drop, everyone, exclamation point drop, followed by your favorite emoji. I'm doing Toby Tripod. And I'm going to jump on to an Android very quickly. I'm just going to do something where it worked before. Come on, Toby. Yeah, take that, you Nightbot. Okay, so team leader, test $1, $2, $3, $4. Sorry, my video feed is quite a fair amount out. Ooh, close. I think he would have beat Nightbot though, which is what we want. All right, I think this is kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. This is a neat feature. Definitely don't want to save my password. All right. It's looking like it has worked thoroughly. I'm happy with that. I'm gonna say, yep, that's definitely fixed. All right, let's, which user am I? Actually, I'm gonna put that in, and no, I'm not. I'm going to shove that off to the right so you guys can actually see the screen. I'm as team leader, which is good. I want a deprivileged user. I want admin. Sorry about the bright mode. I'm going to go to users. We've got team member. Read only extra. Let's go through create stuff. Let's add and remove stuff. Let's see if that works for the team leader. Once we're happy with that, we'll jump into the read only user. We'll test it. to make sure that the read-only user can read stuff. And then what we'll do is we'll jump into the read-only plus extra. So the read-only plus extra, we've got extra permissions. So if I go into here, I go permission sets, read-only extras. So if you set everything as read-only, but you still need people to upload, and you still need people to sort of comment on or write notes on certain objects or modules, I should say, you can sort of set that in NearBeach. Yeah, so we've decided with the uploads for it to be over the whole entire shop. There was a good reason why, which I gave ages ago, and it could be that someone could be uploading documents at any point, and I forgot exactly why. But with the notes, you might want to limit that down to only doing it at certain levels or in certain objects. So for example, a project might have multiple tasks in it. You don't want the person writing anything in the project. You force them to write stuff in the tasks. So yeah. Anyway, let's jump in. Team leader, let's go new organization. So let's go Fluffy boot. There we go, it's a SOX organization. Let's, I'm not running Docker desktop. Give me 2 seconds because that's going to throw up an error. Docker desktop Ubuntu. Don't know why why I typed in Docker. All right, cool. And now I can actually open up this. And we're using Minio to actually host and store. It's essentially S3 buckets. Minio on our local for all these testing things. All right, now if I go back into here, let's upload a picture. Let's do, yeah, let's do this one. It's a classic, absolute classic. So we can update. All right, sweet. Let's say, oops, it's meant to be with an S. Update, refresh, boom. All right, organization contacts. Let's add one in. Let's go Ms. Socks Fluffy Butt. Let's add that contact. Boom. All right, update the profile picture. Let's go this one. Also a classic. And let's be like, oh, that's actually meant to be like that. Sweet. There's no associated objects yet. That's perfectly fine. We can go back into here. We're all happy with that, so the person can do that. Let's create a new Kanban board, team leader board. Let's say they don't have any of that. Let's say backlog. Are you heading off? Anyway, thank you very much, Nocturnal. Have fun. And hey, Taku, how are you? Hopefully you're going well. We do have an ad incoming. All right, so let's say this is normal as backlog. We want to put it up there. We're just testing at the moment, so we're actually using NearBeach to find all the bugs and so forth like that. So yeah, this shouldn't take too long to do. And then I'm gonna have one that says completed. I'm gonna have it at the end. I'm gonna have one sprint, and I'm gonna have it called team leader. Yes, and it's a Friday night, which is nice. So I'm excited. Okay, so that adds that. If we edit the Kanban board, oh. All right, we found a bug. Japanese president changed just today. Oh, was it through an election? What happened? All right, we have found a bug. All right, this is part of the Kanban board. Cannot update level name. Okay, method 1, log into NearBeach, 2, navigate to an open Kanban board, 3, edit the Kanban board. I'm also going to put socks on at the moment. She's looking really cute and cleaning herself. And I know that there's an ad literally just around the corner. Just before the president was terrible, he wanted to change to someone. Okay. Oh, she's giving it a little bloop. Ah, she sucked it in. Damn it. But we all saw that. Okay. Oh, ad break. Anyway, I will be right back. I won't be long. All right, I am back. Sorry for the wait, everyone. Okay. Let's get back into it. And don't forget to drop exclamation point drop followed by your favorite emoji. Okay, so we're editing the Kanban board and then change the change any of the labels for the level. Expected results label is changed and reflected on the Kanban board. Actual results, the label is not updated. So yeah, I think this will be an easy fix. This will be priority. This, I'm going to say this is the major one because there will be cases where people want this actually changed. We will need to actually implement a fix for this very quickly. All right, I'm going to do this as the Kanban board. I'm not going to fix it in this particular version. All right. So yeah, if someone came in and was like, oh, that's meant to be Bob. It changes there. Says it's done it correctly. It literally says it right there, Kanban level name Bob and all that kind of stuff. But if we hit refresh, why is it now doing it? Why didn't it do it before? All right, let's... I'm not going crazy, am I? All right, I'll tell you what. I am going to untick this. Cannot replicate when trying to... Cannot replicate again. Right? This can't reproduce. Oh, this I won't fix. Okay, that's fine. All right, so create public link. Copy that link. Let's open it up in. Let's go dark admin. Let's paste it in. There we go. All right, cool. Let's not close the let's close the Kanban board. Now, this is one thing which, if a Kanban board is closed, should a public link still work? I'm going to say yes. And the reason being is, even though it's closed, you can still access the Kanban board and remove that link. So yeah, what you could do is you can get back into this and just go reopen up. And it's perfectly fine. We should also add in a user, so team leader. If we jump over here, it won't appear in here. It's only the cards that appear in there. So if I add a new card, assign this to the team leader. Let's do the highest priority, description of the issue. So it gets in there, they go into here, public links. We can actually create a public link just for the cards themselves too. Okay. Oh, sorry, there is one thing which I... Okay. There we go. Sorry, I have... Alright. What was I thinking of? I don't know. I've lost my train of thought again. So, we're just doing a couple of tests. We've got the public links. We just tested the public link, so you can actually share a single card as a public link. And that way you can jump into here and be like, alright, cool, assign this to team leader. It's the highest priority. It's currently in backlog. The card level is in team leaders. And then description of the issue. And the reason why we're not showing any other bit of information and so forth like that is because you kind of don't want to share notes and stuff like that. Because, yeah, the description and details should only be the things that people externally should be able to read. You don't want who's assigned to it. Definitely not. And you don't want any documents to Adding in a simple note here to test this functionality, smiley face. Edit this note, and someone told me off for the smiley face. Cool, and then I can just delete that note. Perfect. All right. Then we go into here. They can clearly see that. Oh, and yes, they can actually click on that to open up the stuff itself. All right, easy done. And then, and then I can scroll across. Cool. Oh, I've got the card position lock in, which movement locked. All right, cool, sweet. I just wasn't paying attention. And then this goes over here. All right, sweet. And the person can click on it. And all right, cool. I'm happy with this. We do have to add in a link. Now, the thing is, this is actually a real project. So if you double click on it, it actually goes to the project. And ooh, we should not be including anything outside of the group. So yeah. Okay. I'm going to say that's a bug. So, the idea is if someone comes in, let's just archive this. And they're like, all right, add link to object, let's go project. They're actually seeing other people's projects. And that's another bug. Project 1 was in here, and now it isn't. If we hit refresh and go add link to objects and go project. All right, so we've found 2 bugs. Re-adding an object to a Kanban board. All right, cool. So method 1, log into NearBeach to navigate to an open Kanban board. 2, add a object link, either project or task. Or task. Archive this link. Add the same object link again. Expected results. User has the ability to re-add in the link. Actual results. The link does not appear because it thinks it is already in the Kanban board, even if the link is archived. Okay. Unlike that. All right. Cool. So priority, this will be normal. Type bug, submitted, assigned to me. This is part of the Kanban board. No version at the moment. I'm just creating that. Excuse me, I'm just getting my anti-fatigue mat. I forgot to place it down when I went into standing mode. Alright, so we found 1 bug. The other bug is users can link objects to a Kanban board they don't have access to. So method 1, log into NearBeach. 2, go to an active Kanban board. 3, add an object link, expected results, only results that the user has access to. Actual results, user can add any objects. All right, so this is a priority. This will be probably major. This is a bug. Submitted. Assigned to me. Subsystem is Kanban board. No version at the moment. However, I do want to add link relates to. And then create. So there I go. All right. So we're finding some bugs, but not too many major ones. This is a major one, but it can be fixed really, really quickly, and we can fix it tonight. Very easily. All right. So we're happy with that. If the user adds this in, movement locked. If it goes into blocked, the reason why this is blocked, smiley face. And then if we actually go into here. Oh, all right. This might be a problem. This is now in blocked for this particular reason. All right, so this is another bug. Moving linked object into blocked column does not add note to the object. So method one, log into NearBeach. To navigate to an open Kanban board. 3, link an object into the Kanban board. Move the object from a non-blocked column into a blocked column. Wait for the modal to pop up. Fill it out appropriately. Why this object is blocked. Okay, expected results. This note, block note, is recorded against the object. Actual results. The object does not have this note recorded against it. So yeah, this is something useful that should definitely appear. This is normal at the moment. This is Kanban board. Just going to create it. No version at the moment. There was something else that was popping in my head. So project information, linked objects. So Kanban card. So it does show in here if it's linked to a card, and you can click on that and it doesn't bring up that card. It just brings up the board because it makes no sense. These aren't cards that you're actually putting in the Kanban board. You can actually put objects in here. So, for example, you might have a Kanban board tracking all your projects and tasks and stuff like that, which you might want to store in here. And instead of having them as cards and duplicating the data and stuff like that, because these are linked objects, you just click on this and boom, it'll take you straight to that object. All right. So, We found a couple of bugs, which is good. All right, this moves around, and then when we complete it, and we click into here and we go linked objects completed. But what happens if I archive it? Oh, all right. Okay, this is another bug. A lot of these bugs that I'm finding, I don't think they're going to take too long to fix. They're rather simple, and this particular bug will be literally just me adding in a check on the database and stuff like that. Okay, an archived object link on a Kanban board still shows on the object. So what we want to do, method 1, log into NearBeach, to go to an open Kanban board, 3, add a link, object link into the Kanban board. 3, what do we want to do? Archive said link. 5, go to that particular object and check out the linked objects tab under the parent module. Expected results. That card will not appear. So it does actually, how this works is it does actually make a card, but it specifies on the card that it is actually an object link. So yeah, if we were to, yeah, I just need to look at the data and stuff like that. This is all ORM, and considering, as you can see in the screenshot, I'm getting the card, I'm getting its number and all that kind of fun stuff. So I probably just need another filter in there being like, hey, if this card is archived, we don't need this data. The card reference will not appear. Actual results, the card reference is appearing and will link back to the Kanban board. So yeah, this is, I feel, a very, very simple fix to do. All right, nope, this is gonna be normal. This is gonna be bugged. This is submitted, yet this is submitted. This is assigned to me. This is subsystem Kanban board. And we're just gonna create it. Cool. I feel like that will be a quick one to fix tonight. Yeah. It's weird I haven't discovered that one sooner. All right. So I'm just having a quick little think. And all right. What else can I test here? So we've linked object and all that kind of stuff. We've all done all of that. And then when we go to completed, we can archive those cards eventually, and then there'll be nothing here. And then if we, oh, actually, let's link an object. Let's have a look at the, let's have a look at the private link. Oh. All right. This is going to be one of those things where, it's probably going to be hard to sync it. Cool. So what's happening here is because this thinks it's a card and stuff like that, it pops up with this and shows the card's details, but the card description does not show. And the reason why it does not show is because it's looking at the card and it doesn't realize this is actually an object link. Now, in reality, we do want this to actually kind of happen that way. However, the card description, I'm just wondering if we should port that through. And it might be one of those cases that I will log this as a bug and think about it. Cool. So new issue, public Kanban board, object links have no description. So method 1, log into NearBeach. And I'm gonna do a screenshot. Because in reality, we should be showing stuff in here. Okay, log into NearBeach. 2, go to an open Kanban board. 3, add an object link to the board. 4, go to edit the Kanban board. Edit the Kanban board to get the public link. 5, go to the public link, double click on the linked object. Expected results. Kanban card description should get its information from the should get its information from the object it is referencing. Actual results, no description. All right. And this will be a Kanban board. All right, cool, great. And hey, Crutchcorn, how are you going? How's the new book going? I am trying to rack my brain for the new name that you've got. The sorry, I am literally racking my brain at the moment. I know you guys had a rebranding just recently. I paused the new book to work on version 2 of book 1. Ah, fair enough. Fair enough. Because it was Unicorn Utterance. Just wait, I am... Ah, that's it. Playful programming. Is that correct? And there we go. All right. For those that want to know, Crutchcorn has been working on a book. This is part 1 of the framework guides, 3-part series that will teach you Angular, React, and Vue all at once. So yeah, have a look if you guys are interested. So yeah, got lovely diagrams, lots of code. Yeah, highly recommend it. So what changes are happening in the first book, if you don't mind me asking? Right, I'm going to close that. I'm going to close that. Signals. Angular signals in particular. Okay. Have they updated how the signals work? Wait, side effects, transparent, where are signals? Or is it not in here? Oh, never launch with signals. Oh, okay, yep. Oh, fair enough. I remember doing signals in Qt like 14 years ago. I was like slotting signals. Like a long, long time ago. Yeah, it's like connect object 1 signal, object 2 slot. Yeah. I doubt it that Angular uses anything like this. Anyway, ads are on. I'm writing an article about writing signals from scratch. Oh, well, that'll be interesting. All right. Anyway, I'm just going to bump on ad time. I'm going to quickly run and get myself some water. I will be right back. Socks is here to entertain you. Feel free to give her treats. She will love that. Alright, I am back. I drank water way too fast. Oh, and thank you very much for resubscribing. Yeah, so for those that want to know, all the sort of income I get from Twitch streaming and stuff like that actually goes back into NearBeach. So, yeah. And I think I legit made a mistake in the configuration of the benchmark because the signals impl I wrote tonight gets widely close to Vue's implementation. Okay, but in 80 LOC, I'm terrible at acronyms. So I don't know what LOC stands for. Lines of code. Oh, okay, yep. Oh, 80 lines of code isn't too bad. I mean, most of my stuff. Oh, that's CSS. That's actually, that's just the tests. Object permission. Yeah, that's a small one. That one I'm happy with. Yeah. Well, I'll be very interested in reading the new chapter for your book. Do you know when it'll be out, approximately? Alright, so we're going through this. Well, not a new chapter. Ah, okay. New section? Of the whole thing. The like, as in like the whole book. All right, there's some emojis. Wow. All right. Well, good luck. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. See, Angular used to just have class mutations and special method names. Okay. I've only used it once, and that was a couple of years ago. I do remember liking it. Now they've moved to something like effect, signal, and compute. Okay. I know Vue has a computed thing in it. It's also got watches. It's got methods and all that kind of stuff, and then I expand some of it with map getters, and yeah, very similar to Vue. Yeah. Signal equals ref. Okay. I have not used ref in Vue yet. Most of the direct DOM operations for you. I can't read right tonight. There may still be cases where you need to direct access to the underlying DOM elements. To achieve this, we use a special ref attribute. Ref is a special attribute similar to key attribute discussed in the v4 chapter. It allows us to obtain a direct reference to a specific DOM element or child component instance after it's mounted. This may be useful when you want to, for example, programmatically focus an input on a component mount or initialize a third-party library on an element. Ooh. All right, I actually might need to use some of this. Okay, I've got some reading to do now. But instead of ref.value, it's signal. Not that ref. Ref allow. All right, let's have a look. I can't type. Using compositional API. Yeah, it's... Cheers, thank you. Compositional API is a set of APIs that allow us to author Vue components using imported functions instead of declaring options. It is an umbrella term that covers the following APIs. Reactivity API, ref reactive, all right, cool. That allows us to directly create reactive state, computer state and watches. Lifecycle hooks on mounted on unmounted that allows us to programmatically hook into the component's lifecycle. Dependency injection, provide and inject that allows us to leverage Vue's dependency injection system while using reactivity APIs. Ooh, all right. Ref on mounted from Vue. Count equals ref 0. Function, all right. Oh, I gotta zoom in. What are signals? Signals is a wrapper around the value that notifies interested consumers when the value changes. Signal can contain any value from primitives to complex data structures. You read a signal's value by calling its getter function, which allows Angular to track where that signal is used. Signals may be either writable or read-only. Ooh, writable signals. So the count equals signal 0, so I'm assuming that is the variable itself. So if I put 100 in there, count will be 100, I'm assuming. And then I'm assuming because that is a function, when I change the count, this runs. To change the value of a writable signal, either .set directly, okay, or use the update operation to compute a new value. All right, cool. So I was a bit wrong there. Yeah. I've still got a lot to learn. I have a lot to learn still, but you know what? These things are constantly being edited and improved upon. So one problem is all I'm doing right now I haven't needed to relearn anything new. Signals are useful because they allow you to have reactivity primitive that isn't tied to VDOM or specific specific templating. Nice. Okay. And then you got effects. Signals are useful because they notify interested consumers when they change. An effect is an operation that runs whether one or more signal value changes. You can create an effect with effect function. So effect, console log, the current count is, and then we pass through the count, not the account. Okay, neat. Anyway, thank you. Oh wait, we hadn't archived those. Imagine that you have an l.innerText equals count. All right, yep, I can imagine that. Instead of a console log. And boom, you have the start of a framework. Ooh. All right. Because yeah, the instant you update the count, it's gonna, I'm assuming, re-render that little tiny section. Or update that one little tiny section. Cool, sweet. I've got to start learning a lot more. The one thing is, with NearBeach, even though it's large, it isn't overly complicated when it comes to the code. A lot of it is just a bit of data manipulation and just rendering stuff out. And I should sit down and see if there's anything better I could do to the code. As in, like, go through the documentation and be like, you know what, I haven't used this. I'm just putting form input bindings. I just click something random and then go through it and be like, do I need to know this and stuff like that? Because I've learned when I've hit a problem, I've gone into the documentations and I Googled and all that kind of stuff. And then I think I've got to the point where I'm like, all right, cool. I can, with all my knowledge, I can do this and stuff like that. Reactivity is a marvelous obsession of yours. Fair enough. Well, no, I can't move Kanban cards on a read-only thing. That's as reactivity as I've got. So yeah, don't forget to drop, everyone, exclamation point drop followed by your favorite emoji. I'm doing Eve, my first cat. I was very young when I got her. I was 20, I think. So yeah, she just misses. Oh well. And I really like that emoji. All right. So going in with this, I'm just reordering the issues at the moment. And welcome back, John. Yeah, sadly, it only takes the first emoji. Sadly, that whole entire octopus won't come down either. Zone.js is my favorite reactivity primitive because it's so absurd with how it works, but it made it into prod. Had to try it. Yes, no, all good, all good. It would be funny if the whole thing did come down. I would laugh. Zone JavaScript, eh? Oh, really? It's been moved into... A lot of this probably will go over my head. The article is an advanced look at how Angular works under the hood. The contents within may not be clear if you're not already fairly familiar with the JavaScript. If you want to learn how to use Angular and haven't before, look at my book, The Framework Guide, which teaches. Yep. All right. If you've been following the JavaScript framework ecosystem, you may have heard the term reactivity lately. They've been a hot commodity to talk about, from solid.js fine-grained reactivity to preach adding in a reactivity primitive with the name of signals. The concept of reactivity, at least at a first glance, is a straightforward one. When you change a bit of code here, it updates a bit of code there automatically. This is commonplace within front-end frameworks, where it's imperative to re-render update content when you update that data stored in JavaScript. The official docs are gibberish. Fair enough. This is a long article, but the TLDR is Zone.js patches every possible API the browser offers that deals with timing and then tells your framework to re-render everything when it detects an event. Ooh, nice. I will actually put this over here because I do kind of want to read it later. Now I better close all of this, and I better put my chat back on. All right. What else was I doing in here? So I'm pretty happy with the Kanban board. We did find a couple of minor issues. We can try and fix those minor issues. So public Kanban board object links have no description. We can't fix that tonight because that requires me getting the data. So to kind of explain this, reset the canvas. It's on our database. We've got a card table. Excuse my bad writing. And in the card table, what we have is like the ID. We've got the title. We've got the description. And then, depending if it's a project task and all that kind of stuff, we've got a link ID. So, in a case that it's a real card, so let's say the card ID is 1, the title is shocked face, the description is shocked face with a hat on, and the link ID will be null. But if it is a linked object, let's say smiley face, there won't be a description. Instead, there'll be a link ID, so it'll probably be like a project 1. What we can do is we can rewrite the ORM to pull all data where the link ID is null, and then we can join it with other very similar ORMs calls where these are filled out. But it will actually look up the information from that. So let's say project __ description will be placed into here. That's how I would fix it. What ORM am I using? I am using Django's native ORM. Just because it came with the system and making queries. I think that's, yeah, that, anyway, yeah, the main reason why is because it came with Django, and I'm like, well, there's a lot of documentation around it, and it's, yeah, it's what I learned. Yeah, the Django ORM is nice. Wait, I'm not playing Witchfire? No. Hang on, I need to catch up with chat, so I'm so sorry. Set timeout, queue, microtask, add everything. Oh, nice. It's so silly and yet powerful. Yet it powered Angular for 10 years. Oh, fair enough. Witchfire. I don't know that game. I better put this on mute. First-person RPG shooter in which you play as a wicked sinner-turned witch hunter on his final mission to reach salvation. Ooh, all right, this does sound up my alley. All right, I'm not logged in, so I can't do anything, but I'm going to put this over here. The joke is that Pirate Software is live and playing the game, and the drawer on screen is something I related to Pirate at this point. Fair enough. I did some weird stuff with it back in the day. Oh, yes. Yeah. Yeah, I will admit I did kind of nick the idea from him. I was like, that's actually a really good idea because I like to sort of write out and draw stuff as part of my sort of process of how to get what's in my head out in a sort of understandable English. Because, alright, this is my brain. Okay, this is the speaking part. This is the thoughts. For me, there is this sort of barrier around about here. And a lot of times I've got to think really hard here how I can put things into actual English to cross over this barrier so I can say it. And yeah, sometimes drawing actually helps. Looking back at my code, like, good lord, what's happening there? Actually, let's hang on. Calculate size mixin. All right, yep. Scaling factors, terabyte. All right, cool. Gigabyte, yep. Megabyte and kilobyte. All right, cool. Get attribute is called when an unknown variable is called. Yep. All right, cool. Get attribute. Size prop equals index size index. Gets index for the keyword in. Okay, cool. What will be the keyword in? Now, unit. Return the math needed. Unit is not a known size of unit. All right, yep, sweet. Return error message. Ignore, aka return standard error message if any other type. All right, yeah. So size prop will equal the item. Oh, there it is. All right, no, I am. It's 9:30. I am slowly dying here. So yeah. All right. Getting back into this, I said I was happy with this. Yes, we were going to fix an error. Okay, do public Kanban board object links have no description, so we won't fix that one tonight. And archive object link will appear on the. All right, we can fix this particular one very, very quickly. So what we need to do is. I am going to click on one of these. Oh, no, I don't have access to that. I'm going to click on this. I'm going to bring up this. I am going to not do that. I'm going to put that on the left and then undo that. We're going to scroll down here. So these linked objects, what actually happens is after the page loads, it actually gets this data. So I'm just typing in linked. So we've got object link list, which should have the tasks, QA team, yep, all that kind of stuff. So that's the URL we want to hit, object link list. So we're going to try and find it. So here it is. So I'm going to, I was not meant to do that. Object link list. What I was doing is right hand click and I'm just going straight to implementation. So here it is. So object link list, object assignment. All right, object link list, object assignment results, filter, destination location. Destination is null, false. All right. Oh. It's been a while. Alright, if destination name point null filled. From X import Y API. Yeah, I like it too. What does do? Alright, so I'm assuming you're talking about this one particular line. So, in NearBeach, we have multiple objects. So we've got customers, we've got organizations, we've got projects, we've got tasks, we've got requirements, requirement items, we've got requests for change, we've got Kanban board, we've got Kanban card. So a number of objects, and because each object is meant to be distinct from each other and so forth like that, they actually have different tables. And to connect it all up together, because you can link stuff together, we have an object assignment table. Because I couldn't think of a smarter way of doing it. Give me 2 seconds whilst my brain boots back up. So we've got an object assignment table, and the idea is every single connection is stored in this table. So for example, we can see on here that group ID 1 is connected to the Kanban board. Group ID 2 is connected to the Kanban board 2, and so forth like that. So to make this a lot easier, instead of having a bunch of if statements and stuff like that, I can actually reference one of these particular columns by doing this. So the 2 stars, open mustache, and the destination will be something like requirement item ID, requirement ID, request for change ID, task, and so forth like that. And then the location ID is just, for example, 1, 2, it's just the ID, and so forth like that. So what that would look like is if I had project ID equals 4. It'll be like that if destination is project and location is 4. Hopefully that makes sense. Yep, don't forget to drop everyone with your favorite emoji. I'm doing shock max. So yeah, once again, we're talking about this here, where my thoughts going into speech. I'm terrible at describing stuff. I'm not a good wordsmith. And congratulations, Sir Faris. Yeah, you won that one, so which is good. Now I'm having a quick look at this, and I'm dreading it again because there was a lot of stuff in here that instead of having it do one after the other and so forth like that, I got it to do it in loops. And it's going to be if destination is a project, task, or requirement, add on the Kanban cards. Alright, actually it might be simple. So if destination, project, task, or requirement, data, results, extend, Kanban cards, object, filter. So we've got destination underscore ID, location ID. And then I just need to, this will be part of the Kanban card table. We just got to double check the field itself. Kanban card is archived is false. Yeah, is archived false. So we just do that, is archived equals false. I think that's it. So to test this out, we've got task 2. We're going to archive this card here. And we're going to archive this one too, because why not? We're going to refresh linked objects. Perfect. Okay, cool. I am going to copy that. And I realize I have not pushed any code tonight. So I've got a bunch of code in here that I should be pushing. Alright, so I'm going to do git add NearBeach views object data view. Git commit bug fix. I'm going to paste it in. And I'm going to push it. And I'm going to put this as ready for retesting, and I'm going to put this version as today's version. Oh yeah, yeah. That is a better way of putting it than what I can. Alright. So that's done. This particular bug is done. I am going to go up here. I'm going to then add in this, all the stuff that is for this particular one. So I want to git add source sass. I'm just going to do that git commit bug fix, because yeah, once again, these are, believe it or not, single line bug fixes. And this one did take us a little while to actually get fixed. So, yeah. Now, if I do git status, we're just going to get static files all the way through. Yep, alright, I'm not worried anymore. So we've just fixed 2 bugs. Let's have a look at my bugs again. Let's bump this like this. So we've got public, Kanban board, object links have no description. Once again, I won't touch that tonight. Oh yep, don't forget to drop everyone. You can add an emoji and your emoji will appear. So Faris, I am going to do socks licking herself. Moving linked objects into block column does not add the note. All right, that one will take us a little while. I've only got 20 minutes left. Oh, and we're on an ad break. So I'm gonna pat socks. Yeah, we've only got about 20 minutes left. Oh, I think I just took your spot. I'm terribly sorry. We can say it's rigged. All right, here is Socks. He's semi-loving the pats. And, oh, let me catch up on my activity field. All right, yep. All right, long. I've accidentally moving something around that I shouldn't be moving around. Whoops. There we go, that's better. All right. Socks is giving everyone the cold shoulder. Socks, come on. I'll give her some treats. I'll do some free treats. Yes. Come on. Alright, here goes Socks. Oh, I'm trying to put treats down your leg. There we go. There we go. Whoop. Rigged, yep. Nightbot for a couple of weeks was actually getting on the target consistently. It just absolutely just every single time. Anyway, let's jump back into it. So, users can link to a Kanban board, but they don't have access to it. I think this one we can fix tonight very, very quickly. Once again, this is just an RRM thing. We've got to double check what groups the user has access to be able to add them back in. Cool. So, what we want to do, let's go to the Kanban board. Let's actually create a new Kanban board because I linked everything else. There's another bug. So, more bugs. The Kanban board. Let's just create this. Let's link an object. Let's go, all right, cool. We're going to link a project. And if we actually open up the network, I'm going to delete everything and redo that again. Go requirement. You see it hits this link list. So we want to try and find link list. And why is that a capital T? Because it's up there. All right. Do you have a robust testing suite for NearBeach? I do want a robust testing suite for NearBeach. I do have unit tests. I do have end-to-end tests and so forth like that, but they're not as robust as I would like. So at the moment, a lot of the unit tests actually test the permissions and so forth like that, making sure a read-only user can only do read-only, making sure a user can only access an object that they have been assigned or have access to, or one of their groups has access to it and stuff like that. As for sort of doing proper unit testing and all that kind of stuff, I need to get better at it. It's a skill issue for me. I do, however, I do dog food NearBeach. So I do actually use NearBeach to actually build NearBeach. So I can't, give me 2 seconds. Let me actually log into my production. So I can't show the production because I actually have some client information in here. But what I can actually do is I can jump into a particular Kanban board. There we go. So I do actually use NearBeach to sort of track what I want to do. And using it, I do find most of the bugs. I have gotten rid of most of my critical bugs. So nowadays it's a little tinier and tinier, sort of quick, easy bugs to fix. So if that makes any sense. Like the bug we're fixing right now. So yeah. If you have a feature request, it actually lands on this board. If you've got a bug request, we use UTrack. Yeah. And let's drop again. I'm doing shell shock. If you got any recommendations, I am all ears. NearBeach is open sourced. That link is wrong, but it'll take you to the proper link. Which also reminds me, GitHub sent me a thing being like, oh, your thing didn't run. Which reminds me, sorry, I've just... base Docker automation failed 8 hours ago. Alright. Oh yeah, give me... I also have a Discord. If it because Discord is easier to post images and so forth like that. So yeah, feel free to just jump in and be like, hey, have you tried this? I know I'm terrible at design and UX and UI. So I'm all ears when it comes to that sort of stuff. Yeah, so Discord is probably the best way. If I go into my Discord, there's not much on here. There we are. We do have general where you can, yeah, you can do that. We've got suggestions channel too, and so forth, and we've got bug reports. So yeah. Alright, I should rerun all jobs. Actually, yeah, rerun. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to close that. I'm going to close that because we are dealing with linked objects. We shouldn't be seeing the objects I should not have access to. So we want linked list. We want to... I'm double checking it. It's so Kanban information, linked list. All right, cool. So we want to right hand click. We want to go to this implementation. I'm going to close this particular one. So in here we've got existing objects, which is the Kanban cards. If object, look up project. All right, so it's excluding some things. Alright. I know how to do this. So what we want to do is we want... you got to go back to coding. Anyway, thank you very much, Sir Faris, for joining us tonight. So yeah, I do hope to see you again in the future. So yeah, thank you very much for coming. Alright, so we've got object assignment results equals object assignment objects.filter is deleted equals false. What we want to have in here is we want the group ID to be in, and this is where we go user group dot objects dot filter. We're looking at now the user groups is deleted equals false, where the username equals the request.user. So what this does is get a list of all objects that this particular user can access to. You got to sleep? All right. Thank you very much, Cratchcorn, for coming, and I hope to see you again in the near future. So yeah, thank you very much for coming. Great. greatly appreciated. And thank you once again for resubscribing. It does actually help NearBeach. So again, thank you. All right, so object assignment results. So that gives all objects that the user has access to. And what we can do is in here, we've got object results is the project object results. We've got a filter in here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do this, and we're going to go in here and go project, and holy hell, thank you very much. I think is gifting 10 tier 1 subs. Thank you very much, Crutchcorn. It is greatly appreciated. Thank you very much. I am just absolutely this is my second hype train ever. I'm having this problem right now. I can't get my thoughts into speech. Thank you very much. It is greatly appreciated. It does really help NearBeach out. We are running a not-for-profit. I do want to save up as much money as possible to hopefully hire someone who can do UI, UX and all that kind of stuff for us, even if it's for a very short time. So yeah, it is greatly appreciated. So thank you very much. And Twitch added an extra 5, which is awesome. So yeah, greatly appreciated. So yeah, thank you. And for everyone who got their emojis, you can now start using all of them. Most of them are of my previous cats. So yeah. I've had a number of cats over the years. Sadly, a lot of them have passed away due to snakes, cars, cancer, and all that kind of unfun stuff. So yes, and welcome Q Logic. How are you going? Thank you very much for the 100 bits. So yeah, this is I haven't ever had a hype train. I don't think I got up to level 4. So yeah, this is my second one. My first one was such a long time ago, so yeah, I forgot how far up I got. But yeah, thank you very much, everyone. It's wonderful. 90, thank you very much, Crutchcorn. I am going to drop Grumpy Max. Actually, no, let's not drop Grumpy Max. Let's do Shocked Max. He's shocked out of because of all the generosity of you guys. Thank you very much. It is greatly appreciated. I'm sorry if I'm... This is me at the moment. I'm literally trying to get my thoughts into words, and all I can say is this is awesome. Thank you very much, guys. So it is greatly appreciated. So yeah. I've also lost my train of thought. We'll hear what we're doing. We're doing project ID in, and then we go object assignments, and then we go, sorry, object assignment results dot filter, because we've filtered just for the users. We only need to now do it this way. And then we go project ID is null equals false, and then we just go values project ID. So what this is doing is it's finding all the project IDs in the object assignment table, and then we're just filtering for those. And then it's the similar sort of process for these particular ones too. We can almost copy and paste this, but it's best not to. We've got to go requirement ID in equals object assignment results filter, and then we go requirement ID is null equals false, and then we go values requirement ID. So yeah. All right, and then we just do that for the task. And oops. So task ID in equals object assignment results filter task ID. Hold on, my brain's task ID is null equals false. Yeah, my brain had a bit of a fart then. You gotta love the little brain farts. Happens to me all the time. And I've got to remember to make sure that these are all IDs. Yep, alright, cool. ID, ID, ID. Alright. That will send a bad result, and that will just send the serialized stuff. Now, I should, in the future, flat pack this out, because these responses look like this. They're pretty ugly, and they show every single field, which we don't need. In the near future, I should come through and start looking at all the different endpoints of NearBeach, and being like, alright, do I need to send this much data? Can I simplify it? So, yeah. And the hype chest. Ooh. Anyway, thank you very much, everyone who contributed to the hype train. It is greatly appreciated. Once again, all sort of money I get through Twitch and stuff like that actually goes into NearBeach. Like I said before, we are hoping to get a UI UX person in. Even if it's just for a very short time and they can only do one section of NearBeach, it will make it a huge improvement on the site. So yeah, I am terrible at UI UX, and my design skills are even worse. So yeah. So thank you very much, everyone. And we met our sub goal for this month, which is, we've just passed it, so we've got 21. So thank you very much, everyone. Yeah, it is very greatly appreciated. Let's get this tested. Ooh, we've got a code 500. Cannot use query set for user group. Use a query set for group. Alright, I've done something wrong. And it's right here. I forgot to send back the group ID. And that's all. Alright. One problem is I haven't actually programmed these to sort of fix themselves if something goes bad in the back end, but now this is actually working, so I can only add stuff that I have access to. So yeah, I am going to say users can, yep, this bug is now done, ready for retesting. We're happy with that. I'm going to push these bugs off onto the next release, and we're going to do a release tonight. Now, okay, we're going to copy this. We're going to go git add NearBeach views, git status. So the static files I'm not worried about, but we should have, yep, NearBeach Kanban views. What did I edit in Kanban views? Oh yeah, it was literally what we just did. Sorry, I thought I made a other thingy. Don't worry, brain fart moment. Git commit, bug fix. Let's paste that in. Git push. So we're happy. All right, cool. So I'm gonna go git reset hard. There's a good reason why. I'm gonna get git checkout main. I'm gonna do a git pull. I'm going to go, all right, this looks like it's built, which is good. So yeah, every now and then something fails and I just go in and rebuild it, but that's fine. I want to go to NearBeach on GitHub. And I want to make sure there's no pull requests for security. All right, cool. And the reason why I did that, git checkout develop now, and then I do git merge main. So what I'm doing is I'm pulling in all the changes which are security changes. So I've got a couple of security package checkers and stuff like that, and they push through pull requests all the time. So what I've got to do is I've got to pull everything back into develop. Actually, no, wrong. npm audit first. No vulnerabilities. npm run prod. whilst we're doing that, I am going to bump that screen over into there. I'm going to go into NearBeach.readTheDocs, and we're going to do a release tonight. So under procedures, deployment of NearBeach, we've got NearBeach audit, which we just run. We're running the NearBeach run prod at the moment, and then we want to run the end-to-end tests, which npm run e to e. Now these could fail for a number of reasons. We've got a massive sort of failing happening with Firefox because it's throwing up a warning for any page that has tiny mouse on it. All right, so these are all the tiny mouse things. So that's perfectly fine. And then sometimes when we go and try and replicate the issues, we can't. So if we look at all the failed, it's just Firefox. And if we click into them, it's like expected soft not to be, and it's quite literally, there's a warning on the page. I can't help that. I'm gonna say, because everything else passed on other browsers and stuff like that, I'm gonna say, yeah, this is a known issue. Yep, so I just got to check all the screenshots. So we want to go to sites, we want to go into NearBeach, we want to go into test results, shakeout, admin. Don't worry, I am quickly having a look at all of this, making sure it's showing correctly and stuff like that. And it is. I haven't got an automated system on this yet, but I do know that there are some libraries out there that what actually happens is it compares both images, like the previous image and the new image, and then it'll flag them. But yeah, this is looking perfectly fine. All right, cool. So that I'm happy with. Check all screenshots, make the development branch. Yep, all right, cool. So git add everything, git commit, release 0.31.39. I'm double checking that number, yep, 39. And what I'm doing is I'm bumping onto that one and then I'm bumping down here. We're gonna have 3 bug fixes. All right, cool. So we'll push that. So I'm just bringing this code over, that over there. I'm closing that. I'm going to do a pull request, create and compare and create a pull request, develop, yep. So we got bug fixes. And then I go through here, I ID them so it goes in that way. All right. Then I want to copy all that, and then I want to create pull request. I'm being naughty. I'm gonna merge it in a minute, but first I want to check Circle CI first. I should check this before creating the pull request. The idea is you check this. This does the unit tests for both VueJS and Django. And it looks like this is running perfectly fine. Sorry, this takes a little while. This is just one of those things. All right. But considering if I go back to the home, now I did npm run prod. Yes, I did. And there were some pipelines. And there were some changes. Merge main branch into develop. All right, cool. Release, yeah, we want this particular release. It shouldn't take too much longer. So it's finished the back-end stuff. The front-end stuff won't take too much longer. So when we go into here, merge without, we're just waiting for that little tiny thing. All right, I am going to snooze the ad breaks. Because, yeah, it's past 10 o'clock. I will probably, once I do this release and clean up stuff, we'll call it the end of stream. So, yeah. Workflow. Come on. Don't say you're broken. Actually, we could probably do this faster on my computer. npm run unit. Alright, we're racing Circle CI. I've got a number of cores on my computer. And also, I went out and bought a really good CPU. Alright, yeah, pass. Cool. So I'm going to say, yep, this will pass. So I'm going to be like merge, confirm merge. And we're not deleting any branches. And then we're doing a release, so creating a new release. All right, cool. We're gonna paste in that. We're gonna click on this and go 0.31.39. Cool. 0.31.39. We're also generating release notes, so it puts that in here. And then set as pre-release, create discussion tree. All right, sweet. We've done a release. Let's clean up. Go in here, let's go, all right, this should be fixed, this should be fixed, and this should be fixed. Done. The next thing I want to do is click on this and go 41. I want to update query, I want to click on this and go 41, and I want to save that. The reason being is I've looked at two versions at the same time on here. It's just how I do things. Don't worry about it. I like to know what bugs I'm fixing in this version, what ones I need to fix in the next version, and stuff like that. So we've just released this, and I can archive it. Cool. So we've got 40, 41, 42. I feel like we're still going to be moving forward with lots of bug fixes and stuff like that. So alpha 0.31.43. So I'm just going to copy that so I can just paste it in. 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49. And I'm going to do 50. I reckon, yeah, we're definitely going to get up to the patch up to 50 and stuff like that. All right, cool. So we got a couple of bugs to fix on Monday, but we also want to jump back on to working on the sprints and actually getting the sprints tweaked up and so forth like that. For those that don't know, NearBeach has a sprint functionality. So if we go into here, let's go into, that's a requirement. Yeah, requirements have sprints. So yeah, so I want to go into here, start fixing up stuff and all that kind of fun stuff. We were talking about my UI, UX and design skills. This is a good example of I'm not good at it. All right, I'm not gonna lie, I'm terrible at it. So yeah, this is why I need external input and stuff like that. So yeah, anyway, thank you very much everyone for coming tonight. Thank you very much for the bits and the subs and all that kind of stuff. It has been wonderful, greatly appreciated. Yeah, we need it. We need someone to come in for the UI UX and so forth like that. in the next couple of weeks, what I kind of want to do is I want to go back onto focusing on the sprint functionality. I do want to kind of fix up a couple of bugs. It will mean that the releases become more like library updates. So what will actually happen is there'll be releases, but no bugs or features will be put in there. It will be quite literally the library packages will be updated and so forth like that. But that's fine. We know that's going to happen. And I like to do that once a week because there's quite a lot of libraries that NearBeach uses. So yeah. Anyway, let's find someone to raid. I think Timberdoe.
Look at this.
It's been a while since we've raided Timberdoe, so let's go raid Timberdoe. All right. Anyway, thank you very much, everyone, for coming tonight. It has been wonderful. Yeah, I shall see you guys next week. So on Monday. Well, my Monday, Sunday for some people. So yeah. Anyway, thank you very much, everyone, and have a good evening. Or day, depending where you are. So yeah.